Hey guys, this is Jonathan Hernandez of the Lakers Legacy Podcast, and today I want to talk to you guys about one under-the-radar Lakers big man trade target that I don't think enough fans are talking about. But first, please remember to hit the like button, ring the notification bell, and most importantly, please subscribe to this page. I would greatly appreciate it. Now, as we all know, since the start of this very long and grueling offseason, in which the Lakers have yet to still do anything, the Lakers very early on stated that they would be prioritizing trying to upgrade their big man position on the roster. Even JJ Redick has gone out on record and stated that the Lakers would, at some point, love to bring in a bruising big man. Some common big man trade target names that fans have floated around the past couple of months include guys like Jonas Valanciunas, who signed with the Washington Wizards, Walker Kessler out of Utah, Robert Williams from the Portland Trail Blazers, Nick Richards on the Hornets, Wendell Carter Jr. from the Magic, Lakers fans' favorite obsession, and then you've got Day'Ron Sharpe from the Nets. But today I'd like to bring a new name to the table who hasn't often been discussed with this other crop of big man names. And that guy is 6'8", 6'9", 23-year-old forward/center Isiah Stewart. Yes, that Isiah Stewart. Now, for those who are asking, why the hell would you bring a guy like that on to LeBron James' team? That would be insane. For the people concerned with the Isiah Stewart-LeBron James dynamic as teammates problem, I would please like to point you to Kobe Bryant and Ron Artest, Kobe Bryant and Matt Barnes, LeBron James and Lance Stevenson. As the saying goes, keep your friends close, but keep your enemies closer, especially if those enemies just so happen to be big, strong, bully ball defenders with an edge to them. But Isiah Stewart is a 6'8", 6'9" forward. He's not the big, bruising big man the Lakers need. Yes, it's true, Isiah Stewart is 6'8", maybe 6'9" on his best days, but he does have a near 7'5" wingspan, which is tremendous. Also, he weighs 250 pounds, which is literally enormous. Where else have we seen a jacked, undersized center with a crazy motor in Detroit before? Oh yeah, Ben Wallace. And if you want more recent short king centers for comparison, look no further than 6'9" Robert Williams. Again, people probably don't realize it, but Robert Williams is only 6'9", but he does have a 7'6" wingspan. Wendell Carter Jr., Lakers fans' biggest big man obsession. He's only 6'8", 6'9", but he does have a 7'3" wingspan. Are you guys starting to see the trend here? What allows these short king undersized big men to play up and play center is the fact that they all have long wingspans, they're all pretty athletic, they've got great motor, and on top of it, they're all very strong. And that is absolutely the case with 6'8", 6'9" Isiah Stewart. Now, on the surface, Isiah Stewart's stats will hardly blow you away. Last season, he only averaged 11 points, 6.6 rebounds, 0.8 blocks in 31 minutes. In fact, last season, he had his worst rebounding season of his career, which is kind of concerning. But I'm going to chalk that up to the fact that last season, he played full-time power forward next to Jalen Duren. And when Isiah Stewart was the Pistons' starting center, he averaged around 8 to 9 rebounds in under 29 minutes, which is a much better rebounding rate. So for now, I'm chalking up the rebounding dip to Isiah Stewart's shift to the power forward position. First, let's talk about Isiah Stewart as a rim protector. According to the B-Ball Index, last season, Isiah Stewart ranked 8th out of all forwards in rim protection, besting forwards like Jabari Smith Jr. and Draymond Green. In terms of defensive field goal percentage allowed at the rim for players averaging at least 20 minutes, last season Isiah Stewart ranked 9th, allowing 53.9% at the rim, which is right beneath shot blockers like Victor Wembanyama and Brook Lopez, and right above a guy like Anthony Davis, who allowed 54% at the rim. And according to the website craftednba.com, last season Isiah Stewart ranked 7th in rim protection, right behind guys like Kristaps Porzingis and Rudy Gobert. So while Isiah Stewart doesn't statistically rack up the blocks, he does a really good job of using his stout frame and his long wingspan to affect players at the rim. Watch here how he stands his ground against Giannis Antetokounmpo in these two plays in the paint. Giannis tries to bully ball his way into position down low, but Beef Stew is just a complete brick wall, stopping Giannis in his tracks. When he's defending the paint, Isiah Stewart does a really good job of staying grounded. He also has pretty good shot blocking and contesting instincts, so when the time is right, because he can stand his ground so well, he's able to just rise up with these offensive players and either swat their shots away or force them into really bad ones with his long 7'5" wingspan. While Isiah Stewart may have a good low center of gravity in the paint, he's also a pretty explosive, athletic, and bouncy athlete when it comes to contesting shots. And if you try to attack him in space, he has no problem going up with you to contest the shot. Now, not only can Beef Stew protect the rim, he's also a very mobile defender on the perimeter who can switch on to primary ball handlers and hold his own. Watch him here as he covers James Harden on the perimeter and stays with him all the way into the paint, cutting his driving lane off and forcing him into a bad shot. Or watch this play against Darius Garland, in which Garland tries to shake him with a couple of shifty crossover dribbles to no avail. Isiah Stewart remains unfazed, moves his feet, and shadows Garland every step along the way to get the block. He does the same thing here with the very shifty Immanuel Quickley, who tries to break him off multiple times on the perimeter, only for Stewart to stay in lockstep with him and eventually reject the shot. In these next two plays, watch him again contain Darius Garland and Trae Young on the perimeter. Isiah Stewart is not only so nimble on the perimeter as a big man, he's also so physically imposing and big that he gets these guards flustered and forces them to pick up their dribble in awkward situations. But whether it's the rim protection or the switchable perimeter defense that Isiah Stewart can provide, the common denominator to Isiah Stewart's defensive proficiency is his motor and strength. He really hustles out there for loose balls, he makes extra effort lunges and sprints, he, for better or for worse, likes to shove and knock guys out of the way. He is so physically imposing that he can get position easily over guys who are simply bigger and taller than him. Now, let's move on to what Isiah Stewart can provide on the offensive end. When it comes to Isiah Stewart's offensive game, he's less of a vertical lob threat sort of player and more of a cutting into open space, pick and roll man type of finisher, who isn't afraid of contact and always likes to go up strong when he finishes. He has pretty good off-ball cutting instincts and shows some nice touch and flexibility around the rim when he's not trying to hammer it down. Isiah Stewart is also a really solid clean the glass put back sort of player who's able to clear space in the paint really well because of his bulky frame. Best of all, Isiah Stewart runs the floor very well in transition. When a shot goes up, whether he's getting the rebound himself or sees someone else get the rebound, Beef Stew is typically one of the first guys on the floor sprinting back. And for a team like the Lakers who want to turn the ball over and get out and run immediately, having a fast rim-running big like Beef Stew to feed the ball to in transition is a huge benefit. Now, let's get to the best part about Isiah Stewart's offensive game, his spacing potential. As far as big men are concerned, Isiah Stewart is a very solid shooter. He's not just a one-dimensional cleanup sort of guy. Last season, Isiah Stewart shot 38% from 3 on pretty good volume. He hit 1.5 three-pointers made a game, which is actually better volume than what Rui Hachimura did last season, hitting 1.4 threes. Also, Isiah Stewart shot more threes than Lakers fan favorite Wendell Carter, who only hit 1.2 three-pointers made a game. He shot 37%. Last season, nearly all of Isiah Stewart's three-point shots came in the catch-and-shoot variety. As a shooter, he has really good pick-and-pop instincts and doesn't hesitate to make defenses pay for sagging off of him. And you can tell by the way that he shoots, he has a really comfortable, soft release. He gets a bulk of his three-point shots by spacing the floor from the baseline and stepping into threes at the top of the key as the trail man. Now, how do I think Isiah Stewart is going to fit with Anthony Davis on the basketball court? Well, I think it's going to work out perfectly well because where have we seen another undersized center who's long and strong and has a good defensive motor who can also space the floor a little, wrecking shop next to Anthony Davis? Oh yeah, Team USA with Bam Adebayo. And what makes that Bam-AD combo work so well on the defensive end is not only the fact that they are long, lanky rim protectors, but because they can both move their feet on the perimeter so well. And as we've already discussed in this video, Isiah Stewart can do that. Now, I'm not trying to say that Isiah Stewart is at the same level or near the same level as Bam Adebayo defensively. What I am trying to say, however, is that I think Isiah Stewart can at least approximate some of the things that Bam Adebayo does well defensively. And I think next to Anthony Davis, Isiah Stewart and AD can form this smash 'em, bash 'em, brick wall of a duo in the paint who can also cause havoc on the perimeter and make life tough for ball handlers and any opposing players trying to finish at the rim. And then offensively, the fact that Beef Stew can space the floor next to Anthony Davis is a tremendous help as well. Now, beyond what he can do on the basketball court, the other thing that makes Isiah Stewart such a good trade target to monitor is the fact that he's on a very team-friendly, cost-controlled contract for the next 4 years. Over the next 4 years, Isiah Stewart will be making a flat $15 million per year. And given that the cap in the NBA is about to rise by 10% each offseason starting next summer, $15 million is nothing. By next summer, $15 million will essentially be the new full non-taxpayer MLE. Except you'll have Isiah Stewart on that amount till the 2027-28 season, when he'll still only be 26 years old. Now, the other thing that makes Isiah Stewart's contract so great is the fact that you can easily trade for it, and you don't have to send out too many players in order to make the salary matching cap logistics work. He's only making $15 million. Now, what is it going to take for the Lakers to get the Detroit Pistons to surrender a good young player on a really nice team-friendly contract? Number one, I think the main salary ballast for the Lakers is going to revolve around Gabe Vincent's $11 million contract, tack on Jalen Hood-Schifino's $3.8 million sophomore contract this season, and then add a veteran minimum expiring player like Cam Reddish, Jackson Hayes, or Christian Wood. I think at the baseline level, the Lakers will need to at least include 3 seconds to even get the Detroit Pistons to think about dealing Isiah Stewart to them. And more likely and more realistically, maybe the Lakers have to give up a player like Dalton Knecht. But if the Lakers don't want to give up Dalton Knecht and fans don't want to give up Dalton Knecht because they're super high on his potential, which is totally understandable, then the Lakers would have to look at potentially adding their 2029 first to the deal. It would have to be heavily protected. Let's say a lottery protected 2029 first. Yeah, right now I'm still sort of divided on what I would actually give up for Isiah Stewart and what's too rich and what's not enough. All I know is that Isiah Stewart is a name that Lakers fans and the Lakers front office should be monitoring because they can get in now on the ground level of a guy who hasn't necessarily popped yet. And if you can do that and get him on this steal of a deal, I think that will make the team building process for the Lakers a lot easier moving forward. So in conclusion, while Isiah Stewart does not fulfill the prototypical definition of a tall, burly, 7-foot center in the likes of a Brook Lopez or a DeAndre Jordan in his prime, Isiah Stewart still possesses a lot of very intriguing qualities that I think make him a good fit next to Anthony Davis on both ends of the court, whether you want to call him the power forward or the small ball 5. And out of the often discussed big man trade targets that Lakers Nation likes to throw out there, from Jonas Valanciunas to Wendell Carter Jr., give me Isiah Stewart and his boundless maniacal energy over any one of them every day of the week. The Lakers could use some muscle again, and that is Isiah Stewart. So what do you guys think? Thank you guys for watching this video. As usual, please click the like button, ring the notification bell, and most importantly, please subscribe to this channel. This has been Jonathan Hernandez of the Lakers Legacy Podcast. I will catch you guys next time.